wish, I want this to be a secret. No one can know. No one. First, you have to maintain a smile the whole way through. Tall tale signs that something is wrong. I live alone, work a part-time job, in the next town over. Well, it's across state lines. I get paid weekly, $230, and sometimes $170 a week. My finances took a traumatic hit due to the COVID shutdown. It was awful. As a circumstance of the rent increase, property developers are now wanting double or triple the amount since past. What was used to be $750 to $800 a month for one bedroom or studio apartment is now $1,500, close to $2,000 a month. Phoenix brow, bow his head to pray, then continues on his way. As he left the Bay State Ep2 psychiatric facility, the strangest writings. The 11-year-old child found crunched up in a ball. The gentleman was furious on the other end of the line. Apartment rent was recently increased by double the amount. What used to be $700 to $800 a month is now $1,500. Let's not mention car insurance and gas to travel back and forth. Working every day was more than a burden. Speaking with the tax collector on the other end of the line. And your name? The woman asked. Phoenix. He shouted out. A minimum wage job, part-time. Twice he screams in intensity. That was one. Was when his voice got extremely quiet. He promised her he was going to. Phoenix stopped to catch his breath in mid-thought. If this issue isn't resolved before day's end, I live alone. And my rent is like $1,500 a month. It seems this woman wasn't taking Phoenix seriously. You thought COVID was bad. Taunts her to call his bluff. $1,346.62. How are you charging me more than I make? For taxes? Speaking candidly, if you may, Phoenix divulged, opening up with the collector, feeling he had her attention, not wanting to come across conspiracists, or nihilistic, yet there's one piece you're missing. Every job has them. So you really can't point the finger. That one associate that's always in everyone else's business. You know exactly who they are. This person makes you question your own sanity. That's how covert they lie. It's not a member of management. In some cases, not even on the supervising board. Yet, that's how the HIPAA laws violated. Most of them, and most of the time, it's someone who's a full-timer, yet they don't work. No, they don't. They don't do any work. You know them. You don't. You just got to carefully screen them out. They are known for the most of the gossip and unnecessary chit-chat. They make sure you know who they are, though. In some cases, they don't even train you in all the tutorials of work ethics, behavior, harassments. Never discuss this. Such banal questioning, or is irritating as a fly on the wall, and sarcastically the woman replies, "And what's that got to do with the subject at hand?" So then take that irrefutable and information and awful things, lies to HR, because someone doesn't like someone else's condition or whatever. It was one of those online banking loan brokers, aka illegal gambling loan sharks. All he needed was $1,000. This didn't seem like much. At the time, considering the circumstances Phoenix was facing. So, the drive from home in Springfield, Massachusetts to Enfield, Connecticut was a good 15-20 minutes apart. Not far. They had just begun opening up local shops. Destitute, as difficult as things were, flowing through life's motions, ups and downs, this was just a struggle. As atrocities and times get hard, as the mindset of people is so blinding, this disgusts Phoenix felt, yet there's nothing he could do. Ambiguous complaints, not knowing who to talk to. He was way too far in, way too deep. It began, which brings to mind one lesson that says, think of it like stairs, levels. This life, the first level, was stairs. So they teach us like Lucifer took over a third of heaven, for lack of better words. The overthrow of the heavens and to be like an equal with God, I guess it says. Well, could this be just the first level? Well, I don't know. When someone is serving a life sentence, say 25 to life, 50, anyway, could that mean just that? However, serving the time is still held accountable for the past deeds and the following life. Questionable way of looking at it. One could even argue that a slave is justified for bailing out, jumping ship, to escape the tyrannies of hardship, atrocities under totalitarian rule. Have you ever been faced with circumstances intense enough to challenge one's own beliefs? For every problem, dilemma, there's a fall guy who knew or had some access to some way to getting out of it. The world's greatest artworks were created under pressure of constraint, not the discipline of corrections. Say that again. You sound confused as the broker split and left, tired of thinking of himself as a broken spirit in 50 dead dreams. Phoenix sat up the first meeting at the old bar nightclub, the bottom of Dwight Street in Taylor. The two sat talking. I'll have 2 Bud Lights, as the bartender cracked open the lid, placing the bottle on the table. I want you to do me a favor, the gentleman asked. Once the first deposit is made, the man slowed down to speak, shaking his head and his index fingers, simultaneously looking at Phoenix. No, backing out. I'll give you the phone number, he said, grabbing a pen from his pocket. He then suggests Phoenix talk with a therapist before acting. So Phoenix made it home, retrieving mail from the mailbox, fumbling through letters, shutting the mailbox. He went upstairs to call the phone number that the gentleman gave him. And the bar earlier, living alone on the 3rd floor in the rundown apartment building, no food, just turning 50, workers as a crossing guard, part-time driving through the city to the local market. Phoenix was getting tired. I hate it when my mind starts thinking like this, Phoenix thought, piecing things together. First, she leaves, then the car, and the house. Oh my God, too much. She didn't step out on you, Phoenix. She didn't, voice replies back to him. Give you a break. cut you some slack. You get things back together, squared away. Yeah, you really knocked that ball out of the park, didn't you? Don't put your head down. You're going places. They'll turn they'll turn your money back on. Just give it some time. Stick with it. You keep being a crossing guard and everything will work out. But it's in the next town over, across state lines. You can do it. And these jobs, everyone has something to look forward to. Their opinions around life, whether they know it or not. Can you do better? Every job has one. Phoenix rants, bickering with the voices in his head. It's just health insurance, you know. Psst. Phoenix danced with the voices long enough. He grabbed the phone in his hand. Lord, forgive me for the sin I'm about to commit. Wasn't that the same set from Sycamore Street? Those kids that robbed Prodigy for his chain back in the days? I was surprised they were still banging. Well, I only had that $1,000 left. I've saved up after paying that $1,362. Phoenix pays the bookie. The loan shark, the $1,000. Gave a brief description. Black army jacket, slacks, gray Timberland boots. He said he wanted a piercing, clean shot to the head. The best retirement plan ever. Still, pulse consumed the air. Is to be dead. Dead before retirement. The outdated 4x4 Ford Bronco pickup pulled up into the White Street parking garage that clear morning. And the driver almost ran past. Phoenix sprawled out across the cold pavement. A fresh pool of blood poured from the gut of this 50-year-old lifeless body. Getting colder by the moment. Ironically, as the temperature and the day rise, the coldness makes numb fingertips chill to the touch.